It's a little-known fact that 27% of the world's non-ice and non-desert landscapes have been felled, logged, or burnt to make way for livestock farming. The livestock industry utilizes 77% of global farming land, but it only accounts for 18% of the world's calories and 37% of total protein. For now, at least here in Belize, the numbers are less alarming, with just 7% of land being used for farming and just 16% of the total population engaged in primary agricultural business.
Belize is one of those unique countries that has a very large percentage of its landscape is already protected and is covered in forest and vegetation, whether it be pine or hardwoods, and it's very unique. It's, I think, 65%, and that's something to be very proud of.
In southern Belize, the Maya Golden Landscape represents 770,000 acres, serving as a critical broadleaf forest link between the Maya Mountains and the forested coastal plains. Yache Conservation Trust has long worked with farmers in this area, promoting sustainable agriculture and teaching about deforestation and the effects of destructive practices like slash-and-burn farming. In February, at the invitation of Capola Blancaneaux Lodge and in partnership with Yache, several farmers from southern Belize were invited to the Pine Ridge to discover and explore Blancaneaux's organic gardens and vegetarian restaurant.
Hello to everyone, my name is Elisar Seb, I'm the head gardener. I will give you a short tour of our garden. We work 3.5 acres and all is organic.
My name is Jaime, I'll be your chef, and between the tour we're going to harvest some fresh organic vegetables for lunch. I will go to the kitchen and start preparing some delicious dishes for you guys.
Thank you.
So you can go ahead and follow the guide gardener and ask questions. Have fun, okay?
At Blancaneaux, 80% of the food for the lodge's 3 restaurants is supplied from the 4-acre organic garden. This practice of mitigating food miles is known as eco-localism. Vegetable growth is augmented with compost from matter found around the lodge, such as eggshells, coffee grinds, horse manure, tea bags, and so on. These environmentally friendly practices allow the soil to absorb moisture and retain nutrients so as to ultimately increase yields.
How I prepare my soil is I use the 25 pound of humus, I use 25 pound of compost and do a mixture of it, and I add a little bit of black dirt. I no buy no soil outside to bring it right here. I build it up right here in the garden. For example, the bell peppers, I collect the first ones, the biggest ones, and one guy in charge of them to get ripe. He harvests it and take out the seeds, and then we put it in a side to make it dry, and that we plant back. Well, guys, right here is where we start. We have the seedlings, and inside the greenhouse, I have the ones that in next week will be ready to come out to the field, and every 2 weeks, I try to do seedling. Right here, all year around, we have to have product for our restaurant. When we just first start, we plant a lot of tomato, we plant a lot of cabbage, and end of the day, we start to lose a lot because we cannot consume it in the restaurant. And like that, we start to bring it down and control it right here. And like that, we work in this garden.
Carmelo Juarez, coconut grower in southern Belize, introduced the primary concern of the farmers in transitioning to more organic farm practices.
And I go to the vet place, go buy my spray and I control it because there is no other alternative. That's what is available to farmers. And as much as we want to do organic farming, we are forced to use pesticides.
Pesticide, yeah.
At Blancaneaux Lodge, the farmers have implemented their own unique method of pest control.
That's it. Right here I add 1 cup of olive oil. That's like 250 milliliters of olive oil and a head of garlic. That you break it and then you add the head of garlic inside. And I use 2 teaspoons of vinegar. And right here in the other cup I have the same thing, a cup of water and like a 1/4 pound of habaneros pepper, and cut it in pieces and I put it inside and I left it like for overnight. And you put it to your spray pan that is 21 liter, and that help you like with the white flies, the aphids.
Following the tour, the farmers dined on the chef's freshly harvested culinary creations. The day ended when the guests were then taken by horse-drawn buggies to the lodge's airstrip for the Tropic Air flight back to Toledo. The hope is that activities like this tour can act as a catalyst in the transition from traditional livestock farming to more sustainable practices, which will ultimately improve soils, reduce water usage, and mitigate methane emissions.
The natural world does not depend on us. We depend on it. And the more we can do to regenerate what we've already lost, the better it will be for our survival and for a better planet, healthier people, and certainly better for the animals.